Hey guys, welcome to MNMM, PTE and NATI. Today is again one of the most important topics of this exam, and that is Describe Image. Describe Image is one of the most important. At the same time, I would say it is one of those easiest topics only if handled well. So when I say only if handled well means if you have the correct technique and the strategy, this topic is not a big deal. But again, if those strategies are not implemented in a correct way, then this topic might be a nightmare for few of them. Okay, so let us in this video today see what is the flow of the question, a few technical details, and how can I master this topic, because yes, it is important because it has a lot of weightage. We will see that in this video. Let's get started. The first thing that we will start with is the name. Again, Describe Image. Now when we say describe image, from the name itself it's very obvious that there will be an image given to us and our job is to describe the image. So we do not need to stress that we have to give detailed information about the image. No, that is not our task. Now, how many questions in exam we will have? 4 to 5 questions of describe image. And we all know that describe image is part of speaking section. So the very first section of your exam is speaking, and which has 5 different types of questions. First is read aloud, second is repeat sentence, third is describe image, fourth is retell lecture, and the last is answer short questions. Now the third topic in speaking section is describe image, which we are going to discuss today. All right. Now, we all know that in speaking section, the topics that we have, for example, read aloud. Now, read aloud doesn't only give marks to speaking. It does give mark to speaking, but then along with speaking, it gives marks to reading. Similarly, describe image also we need to understand the scoring criteria in a correct way. When we understand the scoring criteria, it becomes very easy for us to tackle the topic because we understand the requirements of that topic. All right. Now, 4 to 5 questions of describe image. Next thing that I want to cover is what happens. So let's say this is an image on my computer screen. They will give me one image at a time, one question at a time. Let's say this is my image. The first good thing that will happen is they will give me some preparation time. Preparation time is 25 seconds, which is fixed for all the images. So no matter whatever image you get, the preparation time stays 25 seconds. Now, why is it called preparation time? Because the microphone is off during that time. So whatever you will be speaking or practicing will not get recorded. So you are not answering, you are preparing, you are practicing, and hence it is called preparation time. I would encourage you to make the most of those 25 seconds, and I will tell you exactly what you need to do in those 25 seconds because you cannot skip that time. You have to utilize that time, and if you have to utilize that time, why not to do it in the most efficient way? All right. So after the preparation, and how do we know that this is the preparation time going on? You will see on the screen, it says beginning in 25, 24, 23. That's how you know that you have how many seconds to prepare the image. You can see that clearly on your computer screen. What happens after that? Let's say the preparation time of 25 seconds is finished. So you will see now recording. This is like a green signal. Whenever you see the green signal, that's when you start driving, right? Similarly over here, the word recording acts as a green signal because the moment you see the word recording on your computer screen, you immediately start answering. Now that time is called answering time because whatever you will be speaking will get recorded and the microphone is on. How much answering time do you get? 40 seconds. All right, you will get 40 seconds in exam to answer. Now the good thing is you do not need to speak for 40 seconds to get a perfect score, to get a full score. How much time should I speak for? I would recommend you to minimum speak for 20 seconds and maximum 30 seconds. There is no need to go for more than 30 seconds. The reason is Just a simple logic. If I can get full score by speaking less, I would prefer speaking less, because the more we speak, the more chances of us doing the mistakes. So I would any day prefer speaking less and getting a full score over speaking more and getting a full score, or losing marks because I tried to speak more and then I made a couple of mistakes. All right. If you speak for 20 seconds, you will definitely get a full score, provided you spoke the way you should be speaking. All right. So my suggestion is between 20 to 30, but 20 seconds is also fine. Now I have seen a lot of students speaking for 8, 9, 10 seconds, 12 seconds, because they are guided that if they speak for that less time, even then that they will get good scores. Now that's a risk. I would never recommend that. Please don't fall in such traps, because you have to make sure that you have to understand one thing, that the rules and then the scoring criteria in PT keeps on changing. So what was implicable in or applicable in 2017 may not be applicable in 2020. So whatever we are sharing is on the basis of the recent exams that we have given and our students have given. So whatever I am sharing with you today, I know that it is applicable at the current stage. In 2021, definitely it is applicable. So please follow the same. Okay. Now, let's say I decide to speak for 20 seconds. So I will see on my screen that out of 40 seconds, there is a bar of time which is filling up and it will reach half. And that's how I know that, okay, 20 seconds are over. And when when I'm done with my answering, okay, I should not sit and relax for the timer to finish. I will never do that. The moment my speaking, my answering is completed, I will click next and move on to the next question. Why will I do that? We have to understand one thing. When my answering is done, that means now I am not speaking. Okay. When I am not speaking, there is my microphone over here and there is a lot of disturbance around me, because everyone sitting around me is also doing speaking test. They are all loud. Their voice is getting recorded in my microphone as a background disturbance, which will reduce my score, because the computer will not be able to catch what is going on in the background clearly. Hence, it will assume that I am not speaking clearly and it will reduce my scores. So what I am trying to say is, the moment your answering is completed in the entire speaking section, please click next immediately and move on to the next question, and do not waste your time after you are done with your answering. Okay. Now, obviously, after you click next, you move on to the next question. Now, as we discussed that there are 4 to 5 questions in exam, what happens is we have to now understand the scoring criteria. What is the scoring criteria? Describe image, I'm writing the short form. It will give score only to speaking section. All right. And it will vary from 30 to 40 out of 90. Till now, the maximum scoring of Describe Image has gone up to 45 out of 90. But currently, what is going on in the trend is between 30 to 40. And Describe Image is giving scores only to speaking section. No other section is getting any score from Describe Image. Now, when I say that, this is a very important piece of information and I hope you are writing down everything, okay? Why is this an important piece of information? Because we need to understand one thing. Whenever we are doing any topic in speaking, we always take care of 3 pillars, I would say, because pillar is something your construction is based on. So your construction of speaking section is based on 3 pillars, and we have discussed that in a lot of videos, and they are: first is your oral fluency, second is pronunciation, and last is content. So let's say, for example, read aloud. Okay. Now read aloud, all 3 are important. Retell lecture, all 3 are important. Repeat sentence, all 3 are important. Pronunciation, fluency, and content. But Describe Image is the only topic in speaking apart from these 3 topics. Obviously, I'm not considering answer short questions because that is not at all an important topic. So apart from answer short questions, let's say we have a speaking section of 4 questions. Describe image is the only topic which is giving score only to speaking section and no other section is getting any score. That means for describe image, only one of them is important out of these 3, and that is oral fluency. Pronunciation and content are not important for describe image. Now, when I say are not important, that does not mean that I am deliberately going to make mistakes in pronouncing my words. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. Okay. The more pronunciation practice I do, it will not help me in describe image, but it will definitely help me in topics like read aloud and retell lecture. So please don't underestimate any topic and make more mistakes. Rather, take it as a strong topic and score as much as you can, so that if you have made mistakes in tough topics, you have done good in these easy topics, and that might create some sort of a balance for you. When I say oral fluency is very important, a lot of students, they get confused in the real definition of oral fluency. What is the meaning of fluency? When you say she is fluent in speaking English, he is fluent in speaking English, what does that mean? Fluency does not mean that you are able to speak fast. A lot of people, what I have seen is, they will speak fast like a rocket or a train and they think we are fluent. No, you are fast, you are not fluent. You have to understand that fluency means to be able to speak in a way which is clearly understandable to anyone and everyone. For example, let's say right now I am speaking, and from what I am speaking, I hope you understand that I am not speaking very fast. But when I am speaking, if you are able to understand what I am speaking, if I am clear, if I am not hesitating while speaking, if I am confident, and you can understand every single word that is coming out from my mouth, my fluency is good. For example, if I have to say, it is raining in Adelaide today, a small sentence, okay? So if I speak like this, it is raining in Adelaide today, it is a fluent way of speaking because I was very clear in delivering my message. But a lot of teachers, they guide students in a way, speak like this, it is raining in Adelaide today. Speak fast. That's what they train their students. And what happens is, students, they struggle to breathe, they are short of breath, their confidence goes down, and then they think that they have lost the battle. Please don't think in that way. Do not get confused between fast speaking and fluent speaking. Let us be fluent and not fast. Okay. So this is what is oral fluency, speaking in a fluent way. We will only take care of fluency in this topic. Other two, we are not going to focus. Now, let us consider a few technical details about this topic before we jump to the template and how to tackle this topic. Now, the next thing that I want to cover is, what sort of images will you get in describe image? You can get bar graphs, you can get pie charts, you can get any sort of graphs, you can get any random image, any table, anything you can expect, even a body diagram which has a lot of labels. So do not have any sort of expectation or assumptions regarding image. You might even get an image which is as silly as a pencil kept on a table and you have to describe it. So you should be ready with any images or any image that you get for your exam. What is the template? The link of this template will be in the description below. So you have to open that. Now, what I would recommend is, when you open the template, first thing is, please write down the template in the notebook first and then carry on from the video from this part. So you should pause the video at this stage, open up the template please, and write down the complete template in the notebook, because when you write it with your own hands, you will understand it better. I hope you did have a good look and a good go through towards the template and you have read all the 4 sentences. Let us now discuss the template. Now, as you can see in the template, we have 4 sentences. We have written them as 1, 2, 3 and 4, and all 4 sentences will be very important. Please do not skip any of them. We have to speak all of them. What is the first sentence in the template? This image describes some important information. That's it. this image describes some important information. You are not going to add anything from your side in this line. There is no need for this. Please go through this line as it is. Second line. It also provides information about the image in various aspects such as category 1, category 2, category 3, category 4 and so on. Now, when we say category 1, category 2, category 3, category 4 and so on, why are we saying and so on? What we are trying to convey to the computer is that we understand that there are several categories in the image, but we do not have the time to mention all of them. Hence, we know that there are few like category 1, 2, 3 and 4, but there are many more that we can see. So computer knows that we are aware that there are several categories. So please do not skip this word and so on. Please mention it in the speaking. Next thing that I want to cover is what are these categories? Category 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now category means anything that is visible in the image. It can be any color in the image. It can be any object in the image. Let's say there is an image of a dining table. So there are chairs, there is a table, there are some cutlery kept on the table. So when you speak about category, you can say table, chair, knife, fork. These are the categories because it is visible in the image. What I prefer is going by colors. If there are colors in the image, I would go with the colors. Now, two colors are always there in the images, black and white, because any image will have a black border and the background of your computer will be white. You can use them as colors. So black and white are two categories which I already have. Let's say black, white. So technically I'm looking for two more categories. So you can either include two more colors or any objects. If you are good with colors, you should go for colors as they are easy. And if you are not good with colors, you don't understand colors well, you can then go for objects. But please do not speak the name of an object or a color if it is not in the screen, if it is not in the image. Don't think that because content is not important, I can speak whatever I want. No, that's not how it works. Please don't do that. Speak whatever you can see in the image. All right. So the second sentence is done. Let's say you can see red, blue, black and white in the image. So how will you say that? Let's say I will write it down, red, blue. All right. It also provides information about the image in various aspects such as red, blue, black, white and so on. I was fluent. I was not fast. I will not speak like this. It also provides information about the image in various aspects such as red, blue, black. No, please don't do that. Just speak in a normal way. It also provides information about the image in various aspects such as red, blue, black, white and so on. All right, normal speaking. The third sentence. It is evident from the image that category 1 is on the left hand side of the image, whatever category 1 you have written. And category 2 is on the right hand side of the image. Now, if you are saying, let's say category 1 is red for you, you are saying red is on the left hand side of the image. You have to make sure that red is on the left hand side of the image. Please don't give wrong information again thinking content is not important. So I will give you a way of preparing these categories when those 25 seconds are going on while you are preparing for the image. So don't stress on that part. So third sentence will be, it is evident from the image that red is on the left hand side of the image, whereas on the other hand, blue is on the right hand side of the image. We will speak any two categories. Okay. And the last line is, in conclusion, we can see that category 3, now it can be any for you. Let's say black. Black is at the top of the image, whereas on the other hand, white is at the bottom of the image. Now we have to make sure that we are at least speaking for 20 seconds when we use the template along with the categories. Please don't finish speaking in less than 20 seconds. 20 should be the minimum target. All right. Now, I hope the template is clear how to use it. Let us now see how to prepare for any image when we have preparation time going on. So how will I prepare the image? Let's say 25 seconds have started. I will have pen and paper in the exam. I'm looking at the image. I know that I need 4 categories. So what I'll do is I'll write like this: 1, 2, 3 and 4. I'll write like this quickly in my notebook. Why? Because I need 4 categories. Then what I will do is, I know that after writing 4 categories, the third line is category 1 and 2 is on the left and right of the image. So what I am going to do is, I will first write down the category which is on the left of the image. Let's say black. Then I will write down the category which is on the right of the image. Let's say white. Then third, I will write down the category which is at the top of the image. Why? Because in the fourth sentence, my brain, after I have memorized the template, my brain is trained in that way that the fourth sentence I'll say so and so categories is at the top of the image and so categories is at the bottom of the image. So third will be the category which is at the top of the image. Let's say red. And last, the bottom one, let's say blue. Now, while the moment I see the word recording on the computer screen, what I will do is, I will only look in my notebook where I have written the categories. I will not look at the image. Because when you look at the image and speak, there are so many categories, you get overwhelmed. You get confused. What to speak first, what to speak last. It's just very confusing for you. Please do not look at the image the moment you start speaking. Look at your notes. That's why they have given you those 25 seconds. So those 25 seconds should be utilized in a very good way to write down the 4 categories in your notebook in the order: left first, then the right one, then the top one, and then the bottom one. Okay. Let's say I see the word recording. This is how I speak. This image describes some important information. It also provides information about the image in various aspects such as black, white, red, blue, and so on. It is evident from the image that black is on the left hand side of the image, whereas on the other hand, white is on the right hand side of the image. In conclusion, we can see that red is on the top of the image, whereas on the other hand, blue is at the bottom of the image. That confidence, that clarity has to be there. Now let's say after speaking this entire template, including all the categories we should be including, if you are short of 1 or 2 seconds, it is fine. Don't stress on that part. But you have to make sure you speak the complete template. You have to make sure you speak all the categories, you speak and so on, and you do not skip anything. If you speak everything that we just discussed and still you are short of 1 or 2 seconds, few seconds, don't stress. But if you are not speaking, obviously you need to include that in your speaking. Okay. Now let us do a few images that I have seen are getting repeated a lot of times in exam. And so let's see how we will make notes in the preparation time and how are we going to speak, and let us do it together. So this is my first image. Now it has a lot of colors, so it would be very easy for me to prepare the color. Now I have my notebook and pen. You should be ready with your notebook and pen. We will first thing, let's say 25 seconds have started. I will first thing do is 1, 2, 3 and 4. I will write down 1, 2, 3 and 4. All right. The next thing I will do is I will write down the colors because I have enough colors here. So what is the first color that I have to write? Something that is on the left hand side. I can see green is on the left hand side. Very easy. So green. Then I will write down something which is on the right hand side. I can see black color is on the right hand side. Why not? Then I will write down something which is at the top. I can see white is at the top. And the last color is something which is at the bottom. I can see yellow is at the bottom. Very easy. My preparation is done. All right. Now, while speaking the template, let's say you messed up. Don't stress. Okay. If you have messed up, that's okay. Whenever you are doing speaking in PTE and you make a mistake, please move on. Please carry on. Don't stop speaking. Don't get stuck thinking, oh my God, I made a mistake. Never do that, please. If you have made a mistake, act as if you never made a mistake and just carry on from there. If you stop, if you just think about your mistake, actually you are doing another mistake by doing it. So let us not do that and just ignore if you made a mistake and move on. That's it. All right. So my note taking is done. How will I speak this image? Like this. This image describes some important information. It also provides information about the image in various aspects such as green, black, white, yellow, and so on. It is evident from the image that green is on the left hand side of the image, whereas on the other hand, black is on the right hand side of the image. In conclusion, we can see that white is at the top of the image, whereas on the other hand, yellow is at the bottom of the image. Very easy. Structure template is very easy. We have used this template and we have got full perfect scores. My students, we have used this template on them. They have got their scores. So don't stress on the template. It is a very good template, and Manmohit and myself, we have sat together and we have created this template, and we wanted to keep the template as easy as possible. If you look at the template, there is no word in the template which is difficult to pronounce or something that you have never heard before in your life. So we have tried keeping the template very simple, and we have noticed that simple gives the best score in PTE exam. There is no need for a hi-fi vocabulary in Describe Image template. All right, so don't stress on that part. All right, let's do one more image, and then what I would recommend is please go to wherever you are practicing it from. That's not an issue, and please practice as many Describe images as you can. Even if you are practicing 5 a day, it should be fine, but the main thing is to memorize the template. If the template is not memorized, then the fluency won't come, the confidence won't come, the clarity won't come, and there will be a lot of hesitation. So your first target should be to write down the template, to memorize it, and to speak it every day, so that when you are speaking it in exam, you are extremely confident. All right, now this is the next image. Again, the same pattern, 1, 2, 3, and 4 is the numbers I will write in my notebook. First thing, I will write down the first category, which is on the left hand side. So I can see green on the left hand side. Then next will be right. I can see white on the right hand side. Then top, I can see blue on the top, and bottom, I can see yellow in the bottom. All right, let us speak. This image describes some important information. It also provides information about the image in various aspects such as green, white, blue, yellow, and so on. It is evident from the image that green is on the left hand side of the image, whereas on the other hand, white is on the right hand side of the image. In conclusion, we can see that blue is at the top of the image, whereas on the other hand, yellow is at the bottom of the image. So because the template is memorized, it is very fluent. I hope you understand the logic. Let us do one image which is black and white, because you might get black and white image in exam, and when it is a black and white image, the struggle will be that there are only 2 colors visible, black and white. So other 2 categories cannot be any color. We need to come up with something different. Let's do one image. Let us have a look at this image. Now if you have a look at this image, the labels are not clear, and this might be a case in exam. The labels are not clear. So what can I do? First thing is, one thing is very easy, that black and white I can say anywhere, because all 4 corners I can see black and white. So let's say 4 categories, 1, 2, 3, and 4. First is black, second is white. So 2 categories are taken off. Now top and bottom. Can you see clouds at the top? So I will say clouds for the top one. And bottom, I can see a river, because there is this river kind of a thing that I can see. If you don't know that it is a river, what you can say, that there are straight lines. Can you see that there are straight lines? Because they have used straight lines to label the picture. So you can also say straight lines. Okay, so I can say, let's say river. So because there are only 2 colors, black and white, the other 2 categories cannot be any color. They need to be something that is visible in this image. Now in this image, I cannot say cat for my category, because there is no cat in this image. So please speak what is visible in the image. All right, now let's do this image together. This image describes some important information. It also provides information about the image in various aspects such as black, white, clouds, river, and so on. It is evident from the image that black is on the left hand side of the image, whereas on the other hand, white is on the right hand side of the image. In conclusion, we can see that clouds are at the top of the image, whereas on the other hand, river is at the bottom of the image. We only need to speak 4 categories: left, right, top, bottom. That's it. And this way you will be a master of Describe Image. Yes, you can use the same template for all the images you get in exam. Yes, you can speak colors and or any other object that is visible, please keep it simple. I always say that describe image goes with the KISS rule, which is keep it straight and simple. Okay, there is no need to complicate things in describe image because it is not required. I would rather invest my same energy in preparing for topics such as write from dictation, reading section, fill in the blanks, and everything else. This topic is something you can speak whenever you are in your house doing something. Just speak the template. Whenever you see anything in front of you, let's say there is a refrigerator, just start speaking. There is no special need of a special image. Train your brain in such a way that any image you get in exam, you should be in a position to describe it properly. I hope you enjoyed this video thoroughly. Please make good notes so that you can revise them. And if you have any questions regarding any topics, feel free to post your comments in the comment section below. Manmohit and myself, we will answer them to the best of our capabilities, and we will try to get back to you as soon as possible. If there is any specific struggle, problem, or challenge that you are facing in this exam, please write it down below so that we can tackle that first over what we have planned to do in the near future. God bless all of you. Take care, stay safe, and study hard. Get this exam cleared, and we will all be very happy because we could help you getting this exam cleared. Bye for now.